And hello everybody and welcome to another edition of the IDC TechTalk podcast. My name is Miles Dawson, I'm your host, and with me today I have Philip Carnelli. Hello Philip.
Hello Miles.
Do you want to give the listeners a bit of an overview of yourself?
Sure. Well, I'm Research Director with IDC Europe Software Practice, so we're looking at enterprise software research, and I'm particularly responsible for our research into cognitive and AI technologies and also big data analytics.
Fantastic. So you wear many hats.
Yes, several.
So our intention today is to talk about the artificial intelligence and cognitive computing area. It seems to be one of the hottest topics in IT right now, but my understanding is it's been around for years. So why is it so hot right now, Philip?
Well, yes, you're right, Miles. In fact, AI was first recognised as a computing discipline some 60 years ago, but it's come into its own recently for a number of factors, including, well, the rise of consumer AI. So as you've probably seen, Apple's Siri, Amazon's Alexa have captured the imagination with their voice recognition, their ability to understand and to action complex requests, such as ordering you a cab or telling you what the weather's like, that sort of thing. But also, the cloud has come along. Now, the cloud has made it possible to run much bigger models for AI, that run the models against big data, which means that there's much more data, much more power to process it. This almost always improves AI. And then there have been some important academic breakthroughs, particularly around something called deep learning, where the computer itself decides on the best outcomes or goals, and the continuing rise in data that needs to be processed. For instance, the rapidly rising number of intelligent devices, from cars to washing machines, the Internet of Things as it's called. This will increasingly rely on intelligent systems to help process that data, so there's a need being driven there.
Absolutely. So, based on what you're saying there, is it actually being used by businesses in Europe, or is it all about consumers, like providing free consumer services, like you say with Siri or with Alexa? Are businesses using this?
In fact, our research shows that this is something that conventional businesses can benefit from, and indeed they are. We ran a survey in Europe last year which showed that around 1 in 10 businesses are already using AI in some way, but perhaps more important, 2/3 are currently evaluating AI or planning to do so. In fact, we're running a survey right now to drill down into how those businesses are using or planning to use AI, what business functions will benefit, what outcomes they're looking for, what are the barriers, and so on. But people are using it today, as I say. So let me give you a couple of examples to give a sense of what AI can do for business. One is Virgin Trains here in the UK. They get a lot of inbound email, which before it can be actioned has to be read and classified into one of around 30 categories. And this is a time-consuming task. Now, using an AI system from a company called Celoton, this has been largely automated, and that frees up the staff to actually work on the necessary actions, such as issuing refunds, new tickets, and that sort of thing. Another example is a company called Voyage Privé in France, a high-end travel membership club. Using an AI system fed by its big data system of previous members' choices and interests, including, importantly, the things that members had looked at and decided against, as well as what they decided they liked. This led them to an increase of 6% in revenues per member. Now that's a significant amount and a great result for them in ROI terms. So there's some real life examples of it being used in earnest.
Fantastic. So, those are some decent results then. So, what about those businesses that are interested in using AI in the future? Do we have any recommendations for them? What should they be doing next?
Well, it depends very much on where they are on their journey to AI. But in general, I suppose there are three obvious steps everyone can take. Firstly, to look at other companies and to learn from how they're using AI and how they are benefiting from it. Looking at examples such as the ones I just mentioned, where there is a fairly clear business case. Secondly, companies could think about how they'd incorporate AI. There are several paths they can take, you see. They can build their own solutions using cloud services, generally from the big cloud infrastructure companies like Microsoft, Amazon, Google, or IBM. Or they can create a bespoke solution using a specialist development tool. There are several of these, such as Celoton InStream, or IPsoft's Amelia, or Inventor. Or companies can move or upgrade to a business application that uses AI to enhance its performance. Most of the big business applications providers are building in AI facilities now. People like SAP, Salesforce.com, Oracle. They're all incorporating AI so people can use it through that route. And then thirdly, I think they should consider what are the best use cases for early deployment. High profile, quick wins, that sort of thing. They need to get AI employed somewhere in the business and build their experience.
Fantastic. So how about suppliers? Is it going to be a big driver for them?
Yeah, I think it is. For suppliers of many sorts of software applications and services, any software solution supplier who hasn't incorporated AI into their thinking should be doing so as a matter of urgency to avoid falling behind. And we can help them to understand the market with our survey data. We can help them with business planning by sizing the market opportunities, the size and growth, alongside the different dimensions of geography, vertical industry, that sort of thing. And we can help suppliers with their go-to-market strategies by critiquing their offering, writing white papers, that sort of thing. So really, for users and suppliers, we've already got a wealth of information that could help them, either through our retainer research services or consulting.
So thanks, Philip. That's some fantastic overview given there. Do you have any parting thoughts for people who are really keen to learn more about this topic?
Well, what I would say is it's well worth spending the time, because I think AI is going to have a profound effect on the way we use computers and on the way the world works, really, because it's going to have a profound effect on what computers can do, on the world of employment, and on the software and IT services scene because of these big changes. I think really it's a revolution in the making, so people really need to study it. It'll be well worth their time to do so.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Philip, and thank you all very much for listening again. Please join us next time. We'll be discussing another topic affecting the IT industry. In the meantime, if you'd like to learn more about this topic and more, please feel free to follow us on Twitter at IDC_EMEA. You can also follow Philip as well. Philip, what's your Twitter handle?
It's at pcarnelli, PCARNELLEY.
Fantastic. And you can find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Just search for us on there under IDC. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Goodbye.